Hi, dear children. Cheerful greetings to all. How are you all? I hope all are happy and staying safe at home. Now we can move to the 9th chapter. That is, a different kind of school. What's the name of the chapter? A different kind of school, written by E.V. Lucas. The author of the lesson is E.V. Lucas. Now let me tell you something about E.V. Lucas. He was born in 1868 and lived up to 1938. His full name is Edward Verrall Lucas. What was his full name? Edward Verrall Lucas. He was a popular English writer. He was also acknowledged as humorous by contemporary readers. His famous works are the biography of Bernard Barton and Hambledon. Bernard Barton and Hambledon. Children, now we can move to the lesson. We have different types of education system. Likewise, that is state board, CBSE syllabus, ICSE. Likewise, in our culture, we follow different type of education system. But in this lesson, the education system is totally different. Okay, now we can see what is here different. This lesson inculcated the habit of empathy, not sympathy. Okay, what is sympathy? Sympathy means feeling pity on others. Empathy, that is totally different. Empathy means feeling the pain or getting the pain of others. This school is run by Miss Beam. E.V. Lucas, who is the author or the narrator of this lesson, had heard a lot about the school. He just wanted to visit or realize the facts. Now, by reading this lesson, we can also realize the facts. Can we move on to the lesson? A different kind of school. A different kind of school written by E.V. Lucas. I had heard a great deal about Miss Beam's school. So, who is here I referred to? The narrator, that is E.V. Lucas, had heard a great deal. A great deal means a lot. A lot. He has heard a lot of things. E.V. Lucas had heard lot of things about Miss Beam's school. The school was run by, there was a school, a different kind of school that was run by Miss Beam. E.V. Lucas had heard a lot of things about Miss Beam's school. But not till the last week did the chance come to visit it. Till last week, E.V. Lucas did not get a chance to visit that different school. When I arrived, there was no one in sight but a girl of about 12. In sight means visible. When I arrived, the narrator or the author, when E.V. Lucas arrived, there was no one seen there, but he could see only a girl who is of 12 years old. Her eyes were covered with a bandage. So, the girl whom E.V. Lucas could see was covered, her eyes was covered with a bandage. You can see in the picture a little girl and her eyes is just covered with a blue color bandage or a blue color ribbon. And she was being led carefully between the flower beds by a little boy. Led means guided. So, a girl was covered, a girl's eyes was covered with a bandage or a ribbon, and that girl was guided by another little boy between the flower beds. Why is the little boy just guiding? She is not able to see that particular place. The little girl who is of 12 years is now blind there. She is pretending, or it is a blind day for her. She stopped and it looked like she asked him who had come. When the little boy was just guiding, the girl stopped there and asked to the boy, "Who has come there?" He seemed to be describing me to her. Then they stopped. Then the little boy is just saying all the details about this author. Then after some time, they passed on, went through the way. Miss B was all that I had expected. Expected means believe that somebody will come, or some expectations. That's called as expected. Okay, so here describing the details of Miss B. She was middle-aged, full of authority. Middle-aged means between the age of 30 to 40. Authority, power to give order. So, here describing more details about Miss B. Yet kindly and understanding. She was able to understand others or follow others. Her hair was beginning to turn grey, and she had the kind of plump figure that is likely to be comforting to a homesick child. So her figure was plump. Plump means slightly fat. Okay, so the lady was little bit stout, that is Miss B. Figure, and it was comforting. Her infrastructure, you see, comforting to a homesick. Comforting, make one feel very calm or cool. So, homesick, sad because one person is away from home. Okay, so she was having a homely look. That means comforting nature or a motherly look. Okay, because she is having a plumpy figure. I asked her some question. Here E.V. Lucas, I only is referred as E.V. Lucas. E.V. Lucas is just asking some questions to Miss B about her teaching methods, which I had heard were simple. E.V. Lucas already had heard her teaching methods were very simple and all are able to follow. He was just questioning all those things to Miss B. In the next chapter, Miss B is describing the detail about her school to E.V. Lucas. No more than this is needed to help them to learn how to do things. The method what she is following in her school was the best way to train a child. She is saying likewise. Other than this, you say simple spelling, adding, subtracting, multiplying and writing. These are the important thing which is necessary for learning. To learn spelling, addition, subtraction, multiplication and writings. These are the very important part of a learning. That is simply taught in the classroom. The rest is done by reading to them. So, how are these things taught to the children? Just reading all the things to them. And by interesting talks. Some interesting talks are just delivered or a speech is just delivered and the children should listen with more interest, during which they have to sit still and keep their hands quiet. Sit still without moving. How do we sit in a classroom? We have to sit in a still position without moving. Likewise, when the oral teaching is done, the children should sit still and listen to the teacher very quietly. That was also followed very strictly there. There are practically no other lessons. No other practical lessons are taught. Only this reading, writing, multiplication, addition, all such things are just taught. Other than that, nothing practical system is followed. The real aim of this school is not so much to teach thought as to teach thoughtfulness. So, what is the main aim of this school? To teach thoughtfulness. Thoughtfulness means consideration for needs or how to fulfill the need of a particular person. their own needs or the needs of other person, how to fulfill it. Kindness to others and being responsible citizen. These are the main aim of the education system that Miss Beam was just doing. Okay, what are the main things they were following? Thoughtfulness, kindness, and being a responsible citizen. Look out of the window a minute, will you? Now, Miss Beam is asking Evie Lucas to just look out through the window or peep out through the window to see what is happening outside. After Miss Beam's direction, Evie Lucas is just going nearby the window and looking through the window. I went to the window which overlooked a large garden and a playground at the back. When he went by the window, he could see a large garden and a playground. Overlooked, saw something bad, but decides to ignore it. That is overlooked. He is just seeing a garden as well as a playground. What do you see? Miss Beam asked. Miss Beam is just asking Evie Lucas, what did you see there? What do you think could be seen from the window? What Evie Lucas may be seeing from the window? We can see into the lesson. I see some beautiful grounds. So, what is he seeing? He is seeing some beautiful grounds. I said, and a lot of jolly children, jolly, happy or cheerful children he could see. It pains me, though, to see that they are not also healthy and active looking. He could see many children, they are happily enjoying their time. But it pains him. He's not feeling that those children are healthy or active. When I came in, I saw one poor little girl being led out. In the first beginning of the lesson we have seen a girl is led by another boy who pretend or who is acting as a blind. So that one only here he is pointed out as little girl being led about, guided about. She has some trouble with her eyes. Trouble, some problem. The girl had some problem with her eyes. That's why the other boy was just leading him. Now I can see two more with same difficulty. When he is now saying, he could see two more children are just walking around in the garden with the same difficulty. There is a girl with a crutch watching the others at play. Crutch means a walking stick, a long stick with a handle which is just supported with a arm. That's called as crutch. Okay, a little girl is just watching others play. She is not able to play. She seems to be a hopeless cripple. Cripple means disabled. She seems to be a disabled girl. She is not able to play along with others. Seeing all these activities, Evie Lucas is pained a lot. Miss Beam laughed. Oh no, she said. She's not really lame. Lame means injury in one leg or one-legged. Here, how is lame day practiced? One leg is just folded and tied up with a ribbon or a tag. One leg is just folded and tied up with a ribbon or a tag. Okay, likewise, lame day is practiced here. So, why is the girl walking with a crutch? Yes, not because she is disabled. She was practicing there her lame day. This is only her lame day. The others are not blind either. It is only their blind day. The other child, the other girl who was 12-year old, we have seen as blind. Is she really blind? No. It was her blind day. Here the one with the crutch in her hand, was she really lame? No, it was her lame day. Likewise, each day one child is just practicing one particular day. It is only their blind day. I must have looked very surprised, for she laughed again. Seeing all this, Evie Lucas is very much surprised. But what happened to Miss Beam? Miss Beam is usually undergoing all these activities regularly. So it is not a new thing to her. She is just laughing at Evie Lucas. This is very important part in our system. She is just saying that these days are the very important curriculum which is followed in their education system. To make our children appreciate and understand misfortune, we make them share in misfortune too. Appreciate, to recognize the good quality of someone. What is meant by appreciate? To recognize the good quality of someone. Misfortune, bad luck. Here, the children should be appreciated by others and they also should understand the bad luck or misfortune they should experience of their own. We make them share in misfortune too. That is why they are just sharing misfortune, the bad luck or the evil days in their life. Each term, every child has one blind day, one lame day, one deaf day, one injured day and one dumb day. These are the different days that is practiced in their school. Which are the days? Blind day, lame day, deaf day, injured day and dumb day. During the blind day, their eyes are bandaged absolutely, completely. During the blind day, the eyes is completely bandaged. And they are on their honor not to peep. Peep, look secretly, on their honor to promise that one will do something. They have to promise that they never peep out. The bandage is put on overnight during the night. During the night when the child is going to sleep itself, the bandage is just tied to the child's eyes. So when they wake, they are blind. So when the child just wakes up, she is already blind. This means they need help with everything. This means the child needs the help for everything or the support of someone. Other children are given the duty of helping them and leading them about. The other children are just giving the duty of helping or supporting others. They all learn so much this way, both the blind and the helper. Blind as well as the helper or the supporter is learning equal habits or getting equal troubles there. There is no misery about it. Misery, what is meant by misery? Great suffering of mind and body. There is no misery about it. There is no great suffering about it. Miss B is just appreciating these things to Evie Lucas. These are the curriculums which they are following in their school. Miss Beam continued, everyone is very kind and it is really something of a game. So, what is this curriculum? They are just calling it as a game. Everyone are just following it. It is a type of game. Before the day is over, even the most thoughtless child realize what misfortune is. What is Miss Beam saying here? The silly child that is the very careless child also is thinking that most thoughtful child realizes what misfortune is. Thoughtless means inconsiderate or careless. The careless child also thinks what is this misfortune or what is this bad luck or ill luck is. The blind day is of course really the worst. But some of the children tell me that the dumb day is the most difficult. Some find blind day as more difficult. But some others feel dumb day is more difficult. We can bandage the children's mouth. So, they really have to exercise their willpower. Even the mouth is just bandaged, but that cannot be practiced. They have to practice dumb day with willpower. Willpower, ability to control. Only with the self-control, dumb day can be practiced. Come into the garden and see for yourself how the children feel about it. Now, Miss Beam is asking Evie Lucas to come to the garden and just look directly to the garden to see how the children are practicing these days in the garden. In the last paragraph, we have seen that Miss Beam is inviting Evie Lucas to the garden. What for she may be inviting Lucas to the garden? To see what the children are practicing. Okay, now we can move to the next paragraph. Miss Beam led me to one of the bandaged girl. So Miss Beam is just taking Evie Lucas to a bandaged girl. Here is a gentleman come to talk to you, said Miss Beam and left us. So Miss Beam is just introducing Evie Lucas to a blind girl or a bandaged girl and saying that here is a gentleman who has just come to visit you. Don't you ever peep? I asked the girl. So now Evie Lucas is just questioning the bandaged girl. Don't you ever peep? Peep. What is meant by peep? Look very secretly. Oh no, she exclaimed. What did she answer? Exclaimed with giving answer with the excitement. Oh no, she never used to peep, that mean. That would be cheating. So Evie Lucas is just saying, if you say, oh no, that would be cheating. Cheating, what is meant by cheating? Do you cheat others? Yes. But I had no idea. It was so awful to be blind. Evie Lucas is saying, I have no idea about how to be blind. That may be cheating. Awful means unpleasant. You can't see a thing. When you are blind, you can't see a thing. You feel you are going to be hit by something every moment. It's such a relief just to sit down. Every time when we are blind, we just feel that we are just going to hit somebody. So you just practice, close your eyes or tie up a tag to your eyes and walk around in your hall or in the veranda at least for 1 minute. You can just see or you can just practice among yourself how difficult it is. So same thing here also. It's very difficult to be a blind person. We always have in our mind we may be hit by somebody or somebody may come and hit us. Likewise, we have such attitude within ourselves. So Evie Lucas is just asking the child, you sit down somewhere and take rest for some time. Now, there is a question given here. We can read the answer for it. Find the word from the above paragraph that means to see secretly. What is meant by see secretly? Peep. The answer is peep.